Week 32, day 2, and you're going to be a role model for success. You are going to be the role model for success. That's what we're getting to. Is we're going to have someone such as yourself that you're going to be the model that the younger people are going to look at and say, okay, I understand what responsibility is. If you watch him, you'll understand what responsibility is. Okay, I understand what success is because I know somebody very successful is this guy right here. When a baby elephant is born into captivity, the trainers take a 1-inch steel band and weld it onto the young elephant's leg. It's then connected with a heavy-duty chain to a post concreted into the ground. The baby's given enough chain to go only as far as the trainers will allow. Baby elephant doesn't know any boundaries, and it takes off to explore the world. When it reaches the end of the chain, it's immediately jerked off its feet. Undaunted, it takes off again, only to end up with the same results. When you go to the circus, you can see the largest and strongest animal on earth secured only by a rope wrapped around a stake driven into the ground. The elephant can go until the rope tightens and then it stops. It is mentally within the parameters of where it can go. There have been cases of elephants that burn to death in a circus fire because they do not believe they can pull that stake out of the ground and leave. Mentally, they are locked in. That's the story of success. People are always going to throw ropes around you. You need to have a huge house. You need to get a $500,000 house. You need to make $130,000 a year. You need to sell these. You need to do this. You need to. They're going to throw these ropes and try to persuade you what success is. I told you last week, we didn't vote for anything. We didn't vote for the MVP. We didn't vote to see who was going to be the captain to walk out and flip the coin. We didn't vote for any of that. I think the biggest rope, the number one rope that's thrown around athletes and coaches and bosses is the lack of an evaluation process. You see, what you've got to eliminate is subjectivity. The rope that's thrown around is subjectivity. The only reason you're captain is because Coach Parker likes you. The only reason you're starting is because Coach Parker and your dad are good friends. Subjectivity. The only reason you got that promotion is because Bill likes you. See, when you remove subjectivity and it becomes objectivity, it's all based on performance. Now you've eliminated the biggest rope that's going to prevent you from going anywhere. We had what we called a unit grade because we wanted the players to be loyal to the unit, not to be selfish, but to be working for some cause greater than themselves. So the objective of an offensive football team is to make a first down. We can agree to that, right? So when I sit down and watch the film, and on first down, we run a running play, and the running back gains 9 yards before he's touched. And on second or third down, we make the first down. The unit gets a plus, and who is it that gets that plus? That running back that ran for 9 yards without being touched? No. It's the offensive line. And the offensive line is 1. There's not 5, there's 1. They're graded as one group. So they get a plus. So the next series, the offensive line gives up a quarterback sack on the first down. And so we're looking at 2nd and 25. We don't make the first down. So the unit gets a minus. Who gets the minus? The offensive line. So right now they're even. They got one plus and one minus. But what you can see is somebody is responsible. A receiver may make an unbelievable catch to get us a first down. Who gets the plus? The receiver. And me and the offensive coaches would sit in there, and sometimes we would argue about who gets the plus. But at the end of it, we say what? The quarterback had 9 pluses, and he only had 2 minuses, so his grade was a +7. That's the unit grade. He got a +7. Now, obviously, it's the same thing for defense. Who was it that missed the tackle? We had them stopped. Everybody took their responsibility, and 43 missed the tackle to get a minus. Our goal was to grade 75% on offense and 40% on defense. 2 times in all the years I coached, we graded more than 75% on offense and lost. I never lost a single football game that we graded 40% on defense. Now, when you finish, what have you done? You've taken away subjectivity. Who's going to go out and flip the coin for the offense the next week? Senior, sophomore, junior, black, white, Hispanic, Booster Club president? Who's going out there and flip that coin? Whoever had the most pluses. Who do you replace? Billy, I'm going to replace you at outside linebacker. Why, coach? Why? We had 11 minuses on defense, and you had 7 of them. You may be the reason that we're not stopping people on defense. Now, where's the argument? Coach Parker just doesn't like me. Son, it don't matter if I like you or not. We're going to grade on performance. Now, the same thing is true with coaches. In 42 years of coaching football, I have seen more coaches fired because of parent phone calls. We got 3 phone calls on Coach Parker. We're going to have to get rid of him. Now, it puts you in a situation as a coach that you're constantly trying to win the PR battle. I want to have more parents on my side than I do against me. So I need to do this, do that. I need to please the parents. No, you need to be loyal to the kids. And we had an evaluation system for each head coach, each position coach. And it had nothing to do with the parents. Attendance. And you would sit down and meet with the coach before the season, and you'd say, how many times are you going to miss this year? I'll never miss a day. Don't say that. You got a family. You could have an emergency. Let's say twice. You're going to miss twice. Okay. At the end of the year, you missed 5 times. You told me you was going to miss twice. Tell me why you missed 5 times and what you're going to do differently next year. What have you actually got? You got a growth plan there. Okay? How many discipline problems am I going to have with your kids? How many players are you going to maintain? The key is not these subject matter. The key is you write down what's important as you are the authority figure. If I'm the boss at a company, and one of the most important things for me is for them to have a checklist before they leave the shed so that they don't have to come back to the shed to get something they forgot. How many times are you going to leave without having your checklist checked? 0. No, don't say 0. Let's say 1. You had to come back 4 times this year. You see, the deal is that we're going to evaluate based on performance. What's the number 1 rope that's thrown around the people's feet? Being evaluated in subjectivity. Here's what's important. Here's what's important. No, It's got nothing to do with whether or not I like you or me and you get along or your parents and I get along. It's got to do with performance. And that's what success is. Success is based on performance. Amen?